Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw. Okay, wow. Okay, great. So this is a photo. Okay, so what it is I don't know who is on a horse, but it's a beautiful horse, and it's
That was me.
somebody. That's you. Okay,
Yeah,
horseback
that was me.
riding.
Yeah.
Okay, it's definitely in. It looks like the prairies because it's very flat land. It's very
Yeah.
it's far in the background. You see, it looks like farmland, so it's all flat and green, like a mono. Basically, I don't know, could be carrots, potatoes, something. There's a road in the middle with wood fencing, and then there's like the classic sort of white fencing, the corrals around a
Yeah.
track of some sort. The horse is running on or trotting on packed earth. There's no plants; it's just
Yeah.
dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're wearing the helmet, and you're on this beautiful horse, it's quite big, and there you are. You're horseback riding in a beautiful sky above you, lots of clouds, but bright sunny day. So, okay, what is this one?
Well, this was taken just south of Calgary. There's a place called Spruce Meadows, very
Mm-hmm.
famous English like show jumping place. So again, always want to be able to ride horse when I was a child because my father could ride a horse.
Oh wow,
So I saw his picture on the horse. It's always fascinating me, and I just admired him so much. But as I said, in China, I didn't have that chance. When I came to Canada, I was too busy with study, with job, and didn't do it until in my late 30s.
mm-hmm.
I broke up with my fiance at the time, and I'm thinking, okay, now I need to give myself a gift. How do I console
Nice,
myself? So I
nice.
pick up the phone book and start to call the writing schools around Calgary. At the time, I didn't even know the difference between Western writing and English writing. I just started to call schools, and this one school said, "Okay, you can come like tomorrow." I said, "Really? Yes." So I didn't know until I got there. They were an English writing school, and I had to learn how to jump the
Oh
horse.
wow, wow.
So I said, okay, it just started that way.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Oh, sorry to hear about your falling off the horse. Are you okay?
Are you saying this to me?
Yeah.
I never fell off a horse.
Oh, someone falling off a horse. Okay, I probably mixed you up with another hoster and the horse. Sorry, that person falling off the horse.
Okay, no problem. Listen, it's all good.
Okay.
But okay, so have you ever fallen off a horse?
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's full
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Each time it's got easier. The first time is the hardest time, and I
Sure.
probably broke my tailbone. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Instructor advised me not to take X-ray because she said that it could affect my reproductive system. So I
Wow.
did take X-ray, but I think I broke my tailbone. But the second time was not too bad. The third time I was able to hang on the neck of the horse and just dangling there. The horse
Wow.
ran straight to the fence. I thought, okay, I'm going to crash into this fence. But just like my body was like literally 3 inches from the fence, she stopped.
Oh,
Quite fast, amazing.
well, I mean, yeah. Obviously, the horse is trying to teach you some kind of lesson.
Oh, there's always like a power struggle between you and the horse.
Oh,
Always.
really? Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Why don't you talk
yeah.
about that then? Okay, so what have you learned about okay, so because I haven't spent a long time with horses. I know
Okay.
animals. I've spent a long time with other animals, but what would you say is what is it? What's an important lesson that you learned about like a horse brain, a horse psychology, a horse way of seeing the world?
Um, you have to show him or her that you're the boss. You're the master.
Oh,
The moment she's or he thinks he's a master, you're done. Because strengths like physical strength wise, you can never win a horse. Like
sure.
you can never, yeah. So it's a mental thing. You have to be very firm and very authoritative. And once you give the command, you don't change. You don't like the horse take over. When I first started learning that, I didn't know it. And there's one horse. I think it's this one. Her name is Star. She would, in the winter time, we ride inside in the
Hmm.
barn, and there's the fences around the arena, and there's the four corners, and she will always, run toward a corner, and then stood there facing the corner and won't move. So she was showing me she was a boss. She could do this to me,
Mm.
and it was really really hard to you. You can never, if she like you can never turn her away if she decided. So my instructor has been emphasizing, just you just have to use your ring, use your legs. You just have to, the last moment, you just have to squeeze her so hard and turn her head so hard, like made her believe there's no any other way. This your way is the way.
Mm.
So when I first able to do that, I only need to do that once. Then she gave up. She never abused me anymore. She never took me to the
Okay.
corner. I just stood there, not moving.
That's really, yeah. That's okay. So these are interesting things, right? So for example, with like for example with a cat, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, how am I going to get the cat? How am I going to motivate a cat to do what I want, right? It's
Yeah.
much easier with a dog. Much
Okay.
easier with a dog to and then I mean the school of thought that I buy into and I've been with is that it's not about dominance. It's not about it's I mean it's true that some dogs are just so strong-willed and or so that it becomes very difficult to
Hmm.
but generally speaking, most of the dogs that in terms of motivation, I'm more of a dog whisperer. Let's put it that way. But then with a horse, listening to you, it seems like okay. Is it that you first have to kind of convey or show the horse authority or basically dominance? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know that world. So and then after that, the horse kind of settles in and kind of goes okay, and then you can have more of a relationship with the horse. Or is it always like a constant like struggle or battle
Oh,
between
it's
the
not a
two?
constant. It's not constant struggle. You only have to do that at the beginning. I tried other ways. You've horses love apples, so you would feed them apple. You have a long talk with them. It doesn't do. You only need to be dominant once and let the horse know you're the boss. Then after that, it's much much better, smooth. I wouldn't say smooth riding, but you become a team,
Hmm.
and your horse will listen to you.
Yeah, my dad was really into riding, and he came to it very late, and he was really into riding. And so, how much riding did you do? Like, are you still riding now?
Oh no, I did it for 5 years,
Okay.
and then I had a ankle problem. Like I still have tendonitis for on my both ankles, and it will become extremely painful.
Okay. How can we talk about horseback riding in a more kind of conceptual or metaphorical way that conveys like a deeper level, right? So or maybe it's just something fun to do. Like, of all the things we could be talking about, clearly this is an important part of what you think is beautiful about life, right? So
Yeah.
why don't you talk about that? Like, why is horseback riding so special?
Well, I, as I said, I started when my boyfriend left me. It
Mm-hmm.
was a very hard time.
Mm.
So I found comfort with a horse, with horses. When you go to a riding school, you ride different horses. You just don't ride. You don't just ride one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just felt sometimes animals are more trustworthy than humans.
Mm-hmm.
They don't trick you. They don't betray you. They don't, right? And I think they're smarter than we give them credit for. I think it doesn't matter if it's a horse or dog or cats. Just
Mm-hmm.
because they can't speak, it doesn't mean they don't know nothing like anything. If you treat them right with respect, and they will respect you. It's just a very fulfilling, very comforting relationship. I
Hmm.
If not because of my injury, my ankles, I would probably would ride for more years, like longer time, for more years. But I had to stop.
Did the horseback riding and the dance overlap?
No, it didn't.
Oh.
I stopped the ballroom dancing and then started then started horseback riding. And also, I think when I say respect, it's not just a general term because when you go to an English riding school, they name their horses. So every horse has a name, and everyone has a personality. It's very interesting, very fascinating. And the students, they love to bring like treats to the horse, apples, carrots, and then somehow those horses are smarter than like there's a ranch I went to just for trail back riding. I was
Hmm.
so surprised to say, first of all, the horse, they don't have the individual names. Second, they you just tie them to a pole, like they don't give them space,
Oh.
and they don't take care of them the same way as this English riding school to
Hmm.
look after their horses. So then those horses looks like pretty dumb, really, like pretty dumb. Like I think it's I think horses are horses. I think it depends on how you treat them, how you train them, how you communicate with them.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting when I realized that no, not all the horses are treated equally, and that they're not responded equally.
Right.
It's Yeah,
I guess maybe kind of like people. If you give if you
it's like
give
people. Yeah,
give a horse the opportunity and a rich sort of world to live in,
yeah.
then of course the horse is going to maybe be a much more interesting being, I
Yeah,
guess.
they become like they start to show their potentials. They're
Yep.
show their smartness. They'll show their personalities. It's very
Right.
interesting.
Shooting it raw?
Yes, shooting it raw. Oh, baby, I like